What is going on, LDN fans? Tom Mitchell here, your host of LDN Capital TV, and we are here for episode number 9. On tonight's episode, we come from the historic Margate Winter Gardens, where El Sombrero, the high-flying, always exciting competitor, goes one-on-one with MBM from Belgium. Then, in our main event, it's the hotshot Joey Scott putting his Capital Championship on the line against Steve Savage from Ireland. The fans are excited, so let's not waste any more time with me. Let's go down to ring announcer Sanjay Baga with the official introduction for the first matchup.
These are dangerous days.
Welcome along, folks, to LDN Capital TV, and in this episode, we are going to see 3 Capital TV debuts. In our main event tonight, we will have the hotshot Joey Scott defending the Capital Championship. But in our opening contest, we have 2 LDN wrestlers making their debuts on LDN Capital TV. First, they're making his way into the crowd right here instead of towards the ring. Now making his way to the ring is, of course, the Belgian superstar MDM, coming to us all the way from Brussels. MDM is a vastly experienced wrestler, making his debut on the British shores here for LDM Wrestling. Going to be very, very interesting to see how MDM tonight fares against his Mexican-inspired, Japanese-inspired opponent, Ultima Sombra. Well, as you can hear, MDM not really getting his reaction as he would have hoped. Well, here is MDM, but I think the crowd are going to be very excited. Oh, again, hold on, guys. I guess having such a short name, it does need to be announced twice. But folks, I think the crowd are going to be very excited about his opponent. His opponent, of course, doesn't reveal where he comes from, but does represent a lot of Mexican culture and Japanese Purasao culture in his style and in his wrestling. And we are going to see Ultima Sombrero today defeating, competing, and hopefully getting through and past MDM, because I, for one, would love to see more of Ultima Sombrero in LDN action, potentially even competing for gold in LDN. Well, we'll try and get a close-up of the headgear worn by Ultima Sombrero here. It's looking quite elusive, though. But as he makes his way through, you guys keep your eyes on this entrance. It is one of the most unique things we have ever seen as he comes down off the middle of the ropes and slithers like a snake. Keep watching this, guys. There's the ropes. Oh, and right into that dangerous sliver. Freaking out the ring announcer somewhat, but getting the crowd certainly on his side. Ultima Sombrero then coming into this contest. Both of these men making their Capital TV debuts. And again, folks, I am Reginald Kensington III. Welcome along to what is the 9th episode of Capital TV. You are joining us right at the beginning of El Sombrero taking on MDM, and Sombrero in control right now with a headlock. MDM pushing him off the ropes. Oh, and Sombrero coming off the better on that. He had the momentum of coming off the ropes. They are very spring-like, those ropes. Oh, and a beautiful move there. Cartwheeled out the way. Sombrero then passed by, ducks under, grabs the head, and big chop there. But look at that hand grip. He's got the hand grip very, very tightly. This could come into play in one of these high-flying maneuvers that Sombrero so luckily and so elegantly does. And here he goes. Middle rope, top rope, look at the balance. Oh, back to the middle, back to the top. And beautiful single arm drag right there. Followed by a wonderful drop kick. And Sombrero, exciting start to this match. Exciting start to his LDN Capital TV career right here, as Sombrero then getting the crowd going on his side. The Ultimo is, of course, as a reference to Ultimo Dragon, one of his heroes growing up, and of course one of the greatest cruiserweights of all time. Some of these moves you will have, of course, if you are aware of Ultimo Dragon, have seen him perfect and even articulate many, many times on television all across the world. Sombrero then rolling MDM back into the ring, and now Sombrero, look at this, going for what could be another high-risk maneuver, but with great high risk, surely comes great reward as Sombrero is up, and MDM ducks underneath. Oh, and MDM with that running neck breaker. Well, MDM coming from Belgium, but he serious overtones right here of just having a tremendous amount of arrogance, just in the way he comes into the ring, the way he demands to be announced twice, and even right there with that standing snapmare and a big boot to the back of El Sombrero's lower midsection of his back right there. And MDM, and as I was saying, the arrogance coming through right here. MDM going for the cover. Very, very quick. Barely a 1 count there. Sombrero not kicking out. And this is our first opportunity, really, to see the headgear of El Sombrero then. And it is very, very intricate, very unique right there. As we have right here, Sombrero making his way to his feet. Sombrero then, of course, demonstrating already his high-flying skills. He's got to be considered as being a huge part of the future of LDN wrestling, but not just that, a huge part of the young junior heavyweight style of competitor that LDN wrestling often showcase in their Capital TV division, or their Capital Championship division, should I say. MDM, on the other hand, taking a lot of time getting it out to the ring, but when he gets there, he gets straight to work, picking up Sombrero by the mask and then putting him against that post. He's telling the crowd to be quiet. We've seen this backfire before, and we see it backfire again as MDM striking his hand against the steel ring post. And the crowd are very, very well behind Sombrero there. And Sombrero rolled back into the ring. MDM crossing over to the other side, coming in on that corner now. Look at this. Oh, this is just arrogance again from MDM. There's no way you're going to get El Sombrero to be covered like that just by rolling him back in the ring. We've got to really see... Oh, wait a sec. MDM then was signaling for something, but Sombrero heard, and Sombrero begins to fight back. MDM comes in. Irish whip then reversed by Sombrero. Sombrero follows it in with a beautiful uppercut. Nice whip line there. And a nice step up in Zaguri. Sombrero finding a little bit of space. And again, Sombrero going to the top. This is where he gets the excitement of the crowd, but it's also where he is most dangerous. We have seen him hit many a move off here in the past, of course, in different promotions where we've seen El Sombrero. This being his first appearance here in LDN. And this is a beautiful high cross body. Just a 2 count from Sombrero. If we can get a replay on that, I'm hearing from the truck that we can't. But what a phenomenal crossbody. The height on that must have taken him 19.7 feet in the air. Great work there from El Sombrero as MDM tries to make his way up using the ropes to get up. He is out of it right now. Sombrero then chopping him open. You saw the sweat just pouncing off of the chest right there. Sombrero goes for an Irish whip. Follows in the clothesline. MDM ducks underneath. And MDM comes in and hits a wonderful cutter, driving Sombrero. Sombrero then landing on his mask. Some form of protection on that mask. Goes for a beautiful German suplex. Hits it. MDM's on his feet. MDM then, clotheslines from each other. Neither men are willing to give an inch. Clotheslines yet again from each other. Super kick from MDM. And a pump kick. Look at this. You give one, I give one. This is, as we said, influenced by some of the strong style wrestling from Purasao and from, of course, British strong style themselves. But here we go then. MDM suplexed and dropped down with a Falcon Arrow suplex. But we cannot get a cover right there. Both men are exhausted from that sequence of events where they just refuse to stay down. Sombrero then working, trying to get back to his feet. MDM rolling over then. It seems like both men are up at a count of 7. Here we are at 7. 8. Oh, this could be a double count out or a double. Nope, but there we go. The referee stopping as these men engage with each other with some forearms. Oh, you heard the chop right there from MDM. And again, but MDM is losing his balance. He's losing his way as El Sombrero is coming back and fighting back. Goes for an Irish whip across the ropes. Sombrero then ducks under, goes for a waistlock. Oh, there is MDM underneath. MDM up. Head scissors attempt, no. Oh my goodness, beautiful tilt-a-whirl right there. MDM coming out the better. MDM hits a kick on the floor and this could be all over. Oh, just a 2 count. Well, folks, don't go anywhere at the end of this match. We still have the Hot Shot Joey Scott taking on Steve Savage in our main event tonight. But right now, MDM looking to put away El Sombrero. This could be. Oh, he's got that hook. 2 hooks there, Tiger Driver. It could well be a Tiger Driver. Sombrero swings underneath, picks him up with a fireman's lift. Oh no, into the referee. The referee taking a nasty tumble into the ropes. And that was cheap from MDM. Oh, and MDM hitting that Tiger Driver. Looked like a pedigree attempt. But a 2 count only. I thought that would be it. I thought that would be Sombrero away. Sombrero got him up. Beautiful Sombra drop. El Sombrero then climbing up to the top rope. What are we going to see right here? Ball frog splash, but there was nobody home. Quick roll up right there. Oh, that was absolute cheapness at its finest from MDM. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately the referee cannot call what the referee cannot see. MDM knew exactly where his body positioning was for that, and as he rolled it up, El Sombrero, 1 foot was on the bottom rope, 1 foot was on the middle rope, and that was enough to give MDM the victory here. But what a great showing from El Sombrero, the Mexican-Japanese inspired wrestler making his LDN Capital TV debut. Folks, do not go anywhere. We have the Hot Shot Joey Scott coming up against Steve Savage, and we will be right back with the action in just a moment. Well, folks, we join this contest right away as Steve Savage and the Hot Shot Joey Scott are going at it right here. Savage, of course, the man right there with Savage written on his knee pads in the gold-tinted boots and the black trunks. The Hot Shot Joey Scott in the blue, navy blue trunks with the white boots on. And Steve Savage then jumped Joey Scott right from the beginning of this, locking in a very, very stiff headlock right there. And you can see Scott already on down to 1 knee. Savage putting the biceps. I mean, he's an exceptionally well-built individual, Savage, but he's forced back to the ropes. Shot pushes him off the ropes, but Savage takes him down with a tackle. Savage then notifying everyone in the attendance. Now he hits the ropes, then tries to get tripped up. Scott then leaps over him. Savage ducks under nicely. Savage then goes for a, oh wait a sec, beautiful reversal into a pin. Hot Shot Joey Scott with a nice 2 count right there. Scott picks him up. Puts him in the corner, goes for an Irish whip, reversed by Steve Savage. Savage then ducks underneath Hot Shot Joey Scott with a backflip, telling him to keep coming at him. And Shot Joey Scott gives that chop right there. Hot Shot Joey Scott over to the middle rope, now up to the top rope. What's he going to do all the way there? This could be something like we saw from El Sombra. Oh, it's exactly what we saw from El Sombra. Hot Shot Joey Scott has been watching El Sombra and decided to give it some of his own. And that was a wonderful lucha-inspired move from Britain's own Hot Shot Joey Scott as Steve Savage is out of this ring and Steve Savage wants no part of Hot Shot Joey Scott. Oh, look at the Hot Shot. Through the middle rope, what a toupee driver right there. All the way through, a toupee move, getting his whole body through the middle rope, driving all of his body right into Steve Savage, now throwing Savage back into the ring. Hot Shot Joey Scott has had a phenomenal start to this contest. The crowd here much closer to home for Hot Shot Joey Scott than the previous crowd. He's much more endeared to them than he was in the previous episode, but Steve Savage then taking advantage of Hot Shot Joey Scott. Of course, folks, we are coming to you from the historic Winter Gardens in Margate right here at one of the brilliant, fantastic venues that LDN Wrestling promote up and down the length and breadth of Great Britain. This coming week, LDN Wrestling will be putting on a show, the first ever professional wrestling show in the British territory of Gibraltar. Stay tuned to everything LDN Wrestling right here on YouTube by subscribing to our channel, and you will get clips and features that you will not see anywhere else. Of course, if you are tuning in from Gibraltar, we hope that you were attending that show. What a phenomenal show that it will be. But if you're anywhere in the country, if you're anywhere in the United Kingdom, and you want to see if LDN are coming to a town near you, just head onto our website, ldnwrestling.com, where you can see all of our upcoming tour dates. You can purchase tickets, and you can be live and in person at the very next LDN Capital television taping. But here is Steve Savage then, Savage by name, Savage by nature, as he drives that knee into the head of Joey Scott. Now, Joey Scott is one of those love him or hate him kind of guys, and it seems that in Margate is Joey Scott territory. Margate is a place where Joey Scott has wrestled many, many times, and they show Joey Scott the respect that he deserves. And that's a beautiful thing. Joey Scott, of course, was, I believe, in 2019, nominated by the British Wrestlers Reunion as the Rookie of the Year, which is a tremendous honor from wrestlers past and present. Congratulations to Hotshot Joey Scott for that. But right now, being a rookie a couple of years ago gives you no heed when you are taking on Steve Savage, who has got multiple years of experience. And in fairness to Mr. Savage, he is an exceptionally muscular individual. Well, Savage then is at the moment working on top of Hotshot Joey Scott, throwing him back down to the mat right there. But if you look at Savage, he's got that eyes focused on the legs right there of Joey Scott, stomping on both ankles, left and right. Oh, and now working onto that wrist, and it looks like this is a four-pronged attack from Steve Savage. He's hit the left ankle, the right ankle. He hit the right wrist, and it looks like he's about to go for the left wrist. But Scott then fires up with the one appendage that he has left, which was that left elbow, that left wrist, of course. But Savage kicking him back down and asking the crowd, what do they think? Well, and you can hear what they think. Savage getting ready for a big suplex. Oh, and that was very, very nicely done. And he's held on right there as he's going to pick him up for a second suplex. Savage that time drops him down. Very nicely done. That was a vertical suplex into a flat drop right there. Goes for a vertical cover and just gets a 2 count. And Savage is showing some frustration. And this is where Savage has got to keep his head. He's got to keep his frustration from continuing to get in the way, I would say, to be quite honest with you. And Savage then, oh, wait a sec, Scott's picked him up there with a roll-up. Just a 2 count right there. That was a very nice roll-up, and Scott went for a high axe handle. Savage then picks him up, and Savage cinches in a very, very deep abdominal stretch, stretching out the abdomen and the abdominal muscles of the hot shot Joey Scott, and now driving that elbow right into the hip of Joey Scott, right where the origin of the abdominals are. And Scott then really needs to figure out a way of getting out right here. If he could free his hand and his leg, he may be able to guess. He can hip toss him over. Took a lot of strength from Joey Scott. He's nursing that right side, of course, but arguing, asking, wanting more. The hotshot Joey Scott went for a big clothesline, and he's got him down. He's got him down right there. He floored him. Savage then gets up. He's down again. Hotshot Joey Scott firing up big time with drill and blow after blow after blow. Getting him onto the ropes then. What do we think Hotshot's got in mind? Are we going to see something high-flying? Oh, Savage then reverses it. Scott with a big kick and a beautiful standing missile drop kick into a nip-up right there. Hotshot Joey Scott really living up to his name right here. Oh, Scott then getting some momentum. Oh, but moved out the way, Savage, as Savage comes in and right through the ropes. Trips him up right there. What's Hotshot got in mind? Middle. He's on that middle rope. Top rope. Oh, beautiful moonsault right there using all 3 ropes. Reminiscent of Christopher Daniels in the early days right there was Hotshot Joey Scott. That's Hotshot Joey Scott. Eyes Steve Savage in the corner. Look at this. He is asking, begging, demanding that Savage gets up. As Hotshot Joey Scott. Discus line. Missed. Oh, nice kick there from Savage. Oh, and Savage hitting that running knee into the side of Scott's temple. No hook of the leg there. nonchalant cover from Steve Savage as the hotshot Joey Scott continues to get up and refuses to stay down. Oh dear, Savage then could be setting him up for a big superplex right here. If Savage hits this could well be all that Joey Scott has to offer. I can't see him kicking out if he is taken all the way from the top rope down into the middle of the ring. Savage then placing hotshot Joey Scott's feet on the outside, meaning that this is going to be a much faster and much more devastating fall. But hotshot then firing back, and look at this. Oh, a headbutt. A headbutt from hotshot Joey Scott. Savage is dazed, and the hotshot climbing to the ropes. He's setting up for a big, high-flying move. Could this be the hotshot that we've been waiting for? Oh my goodness! A shooting star press. And what a phenomenal way to end this match. Victory for the hotshot Joey Scott. And from hotshot Joey Scott and me, Reginald Kensington III, we will see you next time on LDN Capital TV.